The power of perception. Have you ever wondered why the message you wish to convey seems so different than the message received by the person to whom you are talking? Communication is the process of transferring information from one party to another. In this process, the sender or speaker sends a message to the receiver. The receiver or audience then provides feedback, whether it be verbal or nonverbal, to the sender, and the cycle continues. However, barriers are what we call interferences that disrupt the communication process and create misunderstanding. Barriers distort the message the sender intends to convey and cause the audience to receive a different message. Perception is one of these barriers and often distorts our intended message. Here are ways to help ensure perception does not undermine the intended message. Talk with, not at. Be sure to speak with the members of your team, not at the members of your team. Even when giving directives, remain mindful of your delivery. Respect is earned, in large, by the way you speak to others, no matter the circumstance or situation. This applies not only to the way you address people, but also to the way you respond. Realize you have the power to change the trajectory of any conversation, regardless of what has previously been said or done. Irritation tends to intensify a dilemma, while a calm demeanor often de-escalates a mounting argument. Be mindful of the way you speak. Respond, never react. Read the conversation. Focus your attention on your audience throughout the conversation and adjust your delivery accordingly. If the person you are speaking to seems uneasy, aim to alleviate the uneasiness. If he or she seems angry, find a way to diffuse the anger. Identify what may lie underneath the reactionary emotion and work to eliminate any misunderstanding that may be contributing to the perceived situation. Focus on others while talking rather than solely on yourself and what you have to say. If you lose track of what is going on in the conversation and become engrossed in listening to your self-talk, you miss the opportunity to engage your audience in a way you can be heard. Do your best to avoid allowing extenuating circumstances to influence the conversation. People often make the mistake of letting high emotions from a completely separate conversation or from previous events of the day influence the way they react. Keep your focus on the situation at hand. Likewise, disregard distractions around you when in conversation. Maintain focus on the person or people with whom you are speaking. Build a level of trust. The most reliable way to ensure misperceptions do not interfere with the message you convey is to build a foundational level of trust before a potentially challenging conversation even occurs. Take time to cultivate ongoing trust. Realize you have the opportunity to build or destroy trust at any time by the way you speak to and about anyone. People are always watching. Your actions always matter. Lead by example, regardless of your rank. The reality is that ongoing dynamics reach far beyond actual conversations. If you are only mindful of your agenda while conversing, you run a risk of being misunderstood, even discounted. Instead, prioritize building understanding, communicating genuine value, and cultivating trust by the way you speak to, with, and about the people with whom you work. What barriers do you face in communicating with your team? What can you do to eliminate these barriers?